to the Navy SEAL Museum.
Yeah.
We've been there before, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really cool and well done facility. And I'm on my way to work, and I'm a little bummed because I just found out it's going to be raining during my lunch hour, so I may not be making it down to the flight line to get some video footage of the airplanes, which is what I really wanted to do.
Is it guaranteed at my area to rain?
I don't know. You're going to be down further south than I am.
Okay.
Oh, good. Yes. Try to get some video footage of the planes, and I'm not having any luck today. My camera is not wanting to autofocus when I want it to, and I missed the jet coming through because it focused on somebody else. Shoot. So today is the first day since I've started this job that I just didn't want to be here. Nothing went right. It just wasn't a good day, and it's going to happen from time to time. That just happens, but today nothing went right. Everything went wrong. I felt left out because the girls that I work with went down to watch the planes, and they didn't even tell me that they were doing it or that they would be late to cover my lunch. They just went and did it and didn't even give me an opportunity to know about it, let alone be aware that I was going to miss this, or it was happening, or anything. Just no communication. They get back and it was like, yep, sorry, we went to watch the planes. And for me, it's like, yeah, I'm used to missing stuff. It's why I hate working at a desk. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate working at a desk. Because I feel like I'm always stuck at the desk. I can't step away from the desk and just pop out to go see something fun. So I feel like I'm always missing stuff because I'm stuck at a desk. And that sucks. It just sucks. It sucks to feel left out. And I don't think that was their intention. Maybe it was. I don't know. But it sucks when that happens. And then I've got money that I'm waiting on coming in, but it hasn't come in yet, and so I was worried about that. I'm still worried about that. PayPal, e-checks, I mean, it just sucks. I need to message my aunt and let her know that I'm on my way home. And then I just hate working at a desk. And I can't wait to get away from it, and I just can't. And I'm good at it, and then I get stuck in it, and I don't want that to happen here, because then I get stuck in it, and then they never want to have me move to a different position or have other opportunities because I'm good at it, and I hate that. And so I get worried and I get frustrated about that, because that's happened a lot before at other jobs, and I just don't want that to be the case here, because I love it so much. And see, I'm at a point that I want to do something with my life. I don't want to just be stuck. I'm tired of being stuck, and I can't seem to get away from it. One of the other girls at work, on the flip side of it, also invited me out for drinks. And I've never ever had that happen before. I've never been invited to drinks like that before. I don't drink, but I don't really open up about that either. I don't talk about that. So that was really cool to be invited, at least, even though it didn't happen. It was very cool to be invited. It's just one of those days, and I'm very, I don't know, anxious today for some reason anyway, and I don't know why. I'm so tired of being disappointed and overlooked and ignored, and so it's a sensitive point for me. So it's a me issue. It's not an everybody else issue, but it still sucks. You know, I can remember working at Disney, and I loved that job, but the sitting around and waiting, the sitting behind a desk, those were the things that I hated. And keep me busy, keep me engaged, keep me, you know, doing stuff, and I'm great, but make me sit there and just wait behind a desk is the worst thing. And I remember one day, one of my coworkers comes up and she goes, "You good?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm good." And she goes, "No, you're not." She goes, "You pretend like you're good, but you're not. You want to be somewhere else." And I feel like I work my butt off, and I try so hard to do the right thing. I work my butt off. I pay my bills when I can. I can't always afford to, but I pay what I can. I don't splurge on a lot. I end up pawning a lot of what I own because I just need a little extra money, so I don't ever have anything for long. I just feel like everything's so hard all the time. And then, like, I get home last night and my kid doesn't tell a story right, and then it brings up concerns of whether or not his ADA is being violated, and it's not, but it's the way he told the story. And that caused issues. And it's a lot. I just want to get on a plane and go somewhere. That's what I fantasize about. What bag is a good bag for me to have so that I can get on a plane and go somewhere? And that's always what it is. It's always what I fantasize about. It's not what house I can buy. It's not what car I can buy. It's not any of those things. I want a good camera. I want a good job that I love, that I don't feel left out by other people at. I want to see things other than the town that I was born in. I want a car that works. It doesn't have to be new, but I don't want to ever have to go sit in a stupid car dealership for hours to buy a car. And that's because of my own inadequacies, because I feel like when I was going to school, I was going to a school that had money. I was going with students that had money. And I can remember sitting there, and they would do things like teachers' gifts or parents' gifts, or they would do field trips. And I couldn't afford a lot of it, so I didn't even try. I remember when my dad died, just feeling less than, and not because he died, but because I suddenly had all these people that were trying to prove their points, were telling me that these things that my dad and I had worked so hard for weren't worth anything. Not being able to go through my dad's bedroom when he died. All of these things. Sleeping on the floor at friends' houses because I didn't have a bed. Starting school when I went to California and not being able to graduate with the kids that I was going to school with. That was hard. Finally getting my GED. I couldn't afford to get my GED, but finally, after years figuring out how to do that, and going to my graduation, and I look up. I get photos outside with my son, and I look up, and he was young. He didn't behave, and I look up. I want to walk across the stage, and they weren't there. And just always feeling less than. And I don't want to feel that way, but it's like everything happens to kind of validate that feeling, and I hate that. So it's like, no, I can't go out and buy clothes because if I need that money for something else. I can't go buy that bag because if I need that money for something else. If I buy something, it's something I look at as something, can I make a little money off of it when I sell? So I can't ever think about, can I buy this just because I want it? So yeah, that's what I'm feeling today. I want to feel like I belong. And like when I had started working at the environmental place, I knew it wasn't going to be a forever thing, but I thought it would be a stepping stone. And I thought that there would be opportunity. That's what I was promised. And that's just not what happened. And the operations manager hated me. The operations manager would create situations to create fights between employees, and that had started, I was there 3 months and that was starting. And I remember my boss coming up, well, we need to figure this situation out. And I'm like, I'm not going into a meeting with these people because I don't even understand what this is about. So why am I going to go into a meeting when I don't understand what it's about? And I just didn't feel supported by this manager. And like, I had interviewed for a position and I didn't understand at the time. And I got pulled out of that role in like 2 weeks' time. And I didn't understand why. It wasn't communicated. I wasn't failing at it. But it was the operations manager. She didn't want me in there. She didn't want to work with me that close. And it's not like I was combative with her. I would ask for clarification. If you want to do it this way, okay, is that going to be the norm, or are we just changing it for this one instance? And she didn't like being questioned, and she just didn't like me. And I didn't get supported by the boss there. And I kept catching the operations manager in lies, and it was just not a good situation. But it wasn't somewhere that I could belong or ever feel like I was going to get anywhere other than behind that desk. And that's the way I felt, and I hated it, and I hate feeling that way, and I hate feeling like I'm missing stuff. They weren't even concerned about covering my lunches there, which thankfully at this job they are. Today is really the first day I've had any issue. But it's a horrible feeling to sit there and feel forgotten about and not included, and to hear people gabbing in, you know, the background, but you're never included in the conversation. So I'm just having a hard time with that today. I'm having a hard time with feeling like I've worked my ass off. I work so hard and I can't get anywhere. And like every little thing that can derail will happen, because that's what happens. And I'm having a hard time today. I'm gonna go home and hopefully it's a good evening. Hopefully Alex had a good field trip today. I wish my dad were still alive. I wish he had met my son. I wish that I had been able to pursue flying with him still alive. I wish that he had lived to see drones, because he would have been absolutely mind blown over drones. I wish my son's father didn't make the choices that he made. I wish I could have had the experience of loving pregnancy and enjoying that whole process of having a child, because I didn't. I was terrified the entire time. Not necessarily about giving birth, yes that, but not just that, just everything. I was terrified about the whole thing. And just life in general. I moved 3 times when I was pregnant. Everything. Nothing has been easy. And I'm tired. And today's just not been a good day. Alright, so I got home. It's been a good evening. I vented and we watched Big Brother. We finished watching the series, so Jag won, which is awesome. Alex told me a girl told him that she liked him, and he told her that he likes her. So that was pretty wild. I know this particular video is going to be me chatting most of the day, but it's just one of those days where I can't figure out why everything's got to be so hard, because everything is hard. Everything. Nothing has been easy. I just want something to be easy. The only thing that's easy is raising my kid. And I'm having a blast doing it. But everything else is hard. I want to do something other than go to work, paying my bills. I want to do something that I enjoy. I don't get my hopes up for things. I don't get excited for things, because it never works out. And I really want this. I really want to go to school to be a pilot. I really want to make that work. That had always been the plan. I had always planned to go into the military and use the GI Bill towards doing that. And then I couldn't get school lined up, and then I had Alex, and then he was diagnosed with autism, and I've never been able to focus on just me. Even right now when I'm working on school, I'm doing it late at night before I go to sleep. And I just want to do something because I want to do it. And I feel like sometimes there are times that I just feel cheated almost. Or maybe like I don't belong. See, I was born prematurely. I was 5.5 months. That's when I was born. So I was 1 pound 12 ounces when I was born. Itty bitty. Little itty bitty thing. And they were supposed to abort me, and they chose not to. And ultimately my mother ended up dying because I was born. And then my dad had to give up this career, this thing that he loved, lost the woman that he loved, to raise me. And my dad was an amazing guy. But I've always been aware that my existence is why my mom died. And so I've always worked very hard to not cause trouble, to just do what I had to do and not cause trouble. And he was my best friend, and then when he died, that was hard. And then I don't let myself think about him very often, because then I start into the things that he's missed. And it's the weirdest thing to me when people say that they, you know, they're well into adulthood, they're well into grandparenthood, and they still have parents alive. And I can't even relate to that. And I'm so grateful for everything that I have, and I feel so lucky. I mean, truly lucky to have what I have. I'm so grateful for the people that have helped me, for the people that have been there. I'm so grateful for everything. Everything, just anything and everything. Anybody that's kind, I am so grateful for it. Anybody that is kind to my kid or been helpful in any way, I just appreciate it so much. But I almost feel like I have to be grateful for everything, when other people, it's expected. That's life. And these are all me issues, but I want to be the best that I can be in everything that I do. I want to have the opportunities to do the things that I love. But I feel like anytime that I have a little bit of an opportunity to put a little bit of money aside, I end up having to repair a car. Or something unexpected happens and I have to put that money towards repairing whatever it is. As it stands right now, I need to get a new roof at some point. I need a new washer because the washer is just, there's water all over the floor every time we do laundry. My refrigerator died, and I had to buy a new refrigerator. And I bought a small refrigerator because I can't afford a big one. And it seems every time that I feel like I just get something happens. I saved about $1,000 last year. The car broke. It costs like $1,000. I think it was $1,050. So there went that. I wanted to take Alex to Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights. And then the refrigerator died. So there went that. I had gotten some extra birthday money, and I was so excited because I thought I can just put this away and not touch it. So I bought the 2 things I was asked to purchase with it, which was a pilot logbook and a headset for airplanes. And then I had to buy food because we needed it. I just feel like I can't get ahead. And that's where my frustrations come, and it feels like I don't know. It feels like the universe thinks I don't deserve it or something. I don't know. And you know, that's bigger picture stuff. That's other stuff. But I want to be the best person I can be. I want to be the best mom I can be. I want to go into a career that interests me and not just sit behind a desk all the time. I want to travel and see things and share that with my son and my aunt. I want to be successful in something. For me, not just in being a mom. So, it's been a better evening. It's really cool the things that my kid's doing and things I didn't know that he would ever be able to do. And I'm so grateful for everything that he's doing and so stinking proud of him. But all of my issues are basically my own insecurities about things, and I know it, but I don't know how to get out of it. And I can't ever seem to get ahead. I want to figure out my credit. I have a couple things I have to pay back. I can't ever save money to do that. I have a field trip for Alex that I'm paying off. I need to get a car. The household stuff I need to do. So it's just, everything's pretty overwhelming sometimes. And that's where those other things just kind of tipped off. My other insecurities of not belonging, not being included, that sort of thing. So, anyway. I gotta take a shower. I think we're gonna go to the fairgrounds tomorrow. Go to a craft show. I'm hoping to get some cheap teacher gifts for Christmas. And then we have to work on a blanket for a baby shower. A friend of mine's having a little girl. So, that's what we gotta do. Good night. I doubt anybody's gonna watch this video. I'm gonna share it because I've been doing that, but yeah, today was a tough day.